Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Good and happy Sunday. Welcome to a Rock Show gameplay. Today, it's the turn of Kao the Kangaroo. And yes, that's KO as in knockout. Knockout, man. This is a code that was provided to me by Tate Multimedia. Thank you, guys. Although, having said that, no favours. We'll see what we think of it. We'll say what we think of it. And it's incredibly cold in here, so if you're wondering why I'm wearing this bizarre jumper, it's because it keeps me very warm. This is a game on Steam. There was a Kao the Kangaroo that came out some years ago, and it was probably the predecessor of this, so this could very well be an upgraded, updated, remastered version. And it's great. It looks lovely anyway. So let's flick ourselves all the way over to a tiny version of me. Here I go. Right. We should see chat. Chat will appear just down there. Now, I do need to plug in my controller for this one. So let me go. Just plug that in there. Get it all fired up. As is usually the case, things often go wrong when I'm trying to stream. So apologies in advance if indeed it does. Just want to make sure why we're going here live. Well, we should be live. Why are we not seeing it on... Let me go in here. It's weird. It says it's waiting for me, but that's probably just... Who knows? Anyway, here I am. I mean, it's definitely showing up. There it goes. It's coming in now. Good. And very loud as well. Let me get rid of my voice. Yabba-dabba-doo. There we go. Fine, thank you. And sorry about all the messing about. I know it's a classic for me. Let's fire this up. I will have your chat appear automatically on the screen, by the way, as and when and if anybody joins me. And we will play with an Xboxer-like controller. So I don't actually need to see me, but that's fine. Right, where's my little mouse? Where's my little mouse? And let's get into the game. Brilliant. Hopefully I'm not going to be too big. And hopefully you will also hear the game. Right, continue. Let's do a new game. A new game? Yeah. Almost certainly I'm going to get copyright strike for the audio, but what can you do? Sacrifice my 50 cents. Hey, Rockmirth, how are you, buddy? I hope that popped up on the screen, by the way. I didn't see that happen. But I can see you, so thank you very much for popping in.
They are a part of me.
Harry Kao, it's...
So in theory, when I talk, the game audio will automatically dissipate. And then come back again. Can you do me a favour, Rockmouth? Could you just pop a hello or anything into chat? I just want to see that it comes up on screen, because that's how it should work. Right, level 1 objective, save. Oh, hang on. Ah, here we go. X for punch. It's a really good looking game, actually. I'm streaming 1440, 60 frames per second. It's optimum for my setup when I'm trying to run encoders and stuff. Testing. Oh, there it is. But it's very tiny. But that's fine. Thank you so much, my friend. Hello as well to everybody who is watching on Twitch or Facebook. So we are multi-streaming. And there are very few people that can multi-stream at 1440 on YouTube and get away with 1080p on Twitch and Facebook. Technically, it's a little setup that I've perfected. Nobody cares about my processes. I am the what was it, Nikolai Tesla of streaming. Yeah, always trying to perfect things. Hopaloo Island. Here he is, Kao. Oh.
I think Kaya's in trouble.
Did you have another nightmare, KO?
It was more than that. It was like Kaya was trying to tell me something. Maybe she knows what happened to Dad. I have to help her. Please don't try to stop me, Mom.
Don't worry, I won't.
What? You won't?
I tried to stop your father, and it didn't work. I tried to stop your sister, and she ran away. Stubbornness clearly runs in the family, so I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
All right. What's the catch?
If you go well prepared.
So why hasn't he got an Australian accent? I'm not familiar with American branch of kangaroos. Exactly, Byron. That was my point as well. I just saw your message.
Of course I am.
I'll do it over the top for you guys. Yeah, of course I am, mate. We can do it. We can repurpose. We can repurpose the internationalization or whatever the phrase is. It's a good-looking game. It's definitely got that kind of Nintendo Switchy feel to it. Still in the cutscene here. Get to the dojo. How are you guys? Thanks for popping in. And he's not upside down. That's a fair shout. Now I'm hoping jump over obstacles and gaps with A. Okay then. Okay then. Oh, see, it was a little crab saying okay then. How cute.
Wait!
Wait, mate. Put another crab on the barbie. Now, I know my Australian friends are going to go, what the hell is that? But in fairness, I did spend some years of my youth in Australia, so it shouldn't be all that bad. I may have only been 6 at the time. Double jump, cool. Yeah, it's definitely got that kind of Ratchet and Clanky. What's the other little fella called on PlayStation?
Sis?
It has that feel. Byron's Australian. Oh, that's amazing. Whereabouts in Australia are you, my friend? Or are you not in Australia? I lived in, well, originally Sydney. We went across as £10 poms. You'll know that phrase. And indeed, we paid £10. What my mum and dad did at the time. And we lived, we got off at Sydney. And we lived there for a few weeks until they sent us to, I think, Brisbane. But it may have been Melbourne, I forget now. And then ultimately we moved to Geelong and Toowoomba. I loved it. And we went back again years. So we stayed out there for a couple of years, first time around. And then we went back, emigrated again about 10 years later. But that was even less. We'd stayed there even less then, sadly. I so wish we'd stayed. I just so wish we'd stayed. Do kangaroos double jump in real life? How are you going, Seb? Good to see you, buddy. No, I don't. Well, depends what they land on, I guess, first time around. I hope you're keeping well, my friend. There's a little heart, but I don't think I need it. I've got 3 already. That's your maximum. And a K. Their tail, that's true. Yeah, their tails are incredibly powerful, aren't they? Melbourne. There you go. I lived in Melbourne as well for a little while. What a gorgeous country. And I didn't come this way, did I? Or did I? Did I start coming this way? I did, because he told us to do a double jump. This is what happens when you're not concentrating fully. Let's go back this way. So it's a setup so that as I talk, the game will fade, so you shouldn't get any conflicts of audio. Roll. Right, okay, so B to roll. Nice.
I wish we could talk.
Byron, I'm really embarrassed to do the Australian accent now, my friend. I've just realised. I think I'm going to have to leave it to the Americans. And
Have something to do with the dream I had.
there we go. So just to cover it off again, I have been given this code by the developers, Tate Multimedia. New Keyopedia. There was a game called Kao The Kangaroo that came out about 12 years ago. So I'm guessing this is a kind of reworking or remastering of it. Kao, whoa. Are these Dad's gloves? He's like maybe a slightly older version of the kangaroo there. Oh, and slap his tongue. How phallic. Oh, he's not liking the violence, but he's going to have to.
That was cracking. You rang him like a bell, coach. Those were some pro moves.
A dunkaroo? What's a dunkaroo, Seb? That's is that native to your part of the world? That's a new one to me. Is it like a biscuit that you dunk into cheese, like soft cheese or something like that? Is it that kind of a thing?
Why your dad left?
A koala.
Darkness corrupted his gloves. Looked normal.
Richard E. Grant. Yeah, I remind people of various people. That's okay. I could live with him, Dickie. Young Dickie Grant. Yes, I remember him well. Do I remind you of him physically or vocally, audibly?
When I woke, Mom agreed that I should go help her.
She what?
It's amazing that I've got... So, are you literally in Australia at the moment, my friend? What's the time? Because you're some significant hours ahead, aren't you? Not to mention the fact that you are coming up to your summer, aren't you, I think?
Can't ignore the signs. Too many now.
So you help me do my own whacking and cracking like you did? Get me ready for the journey to save Sis? I bet together we'd be able to figure out what happened to Dad.
So many fond memories of living in Australia. It's a snack, says Seb. Little kangaroo-shaped cookies with a sugary dip. Aha, there you go. It is an Australian snack. It's an Australian snack. Kangaroo biscuit you dip in hay. I always remember when I lived over there, and I don't know that it's the case now, but because chocolate tended to melt, obviously, in the heat, they had... The chocolate-covered biscuits were kind of not so chocolatey as they are elsewhere. What have I got to do here, then? What was the name of the bear? There was a show... Sorry, guys, I just suddenly went sniffly. There was a show that we used to watch as a kid. And I'm bearing in mind here, by the way, I'm talking about 1973, 1974. What was he called? There was a bear. Every morning on TV, which I used to love, it was a guy in a suit, and it was a kind of TV show that was on in the morning. What was he called? Humphrey the Bear or something like that? 8:05 in the morning for Seb and 11:04 p.m. in Oz. Magic. I really should have paid attention. I got bash these. There you go. There you go. 8:05 for you, Seb. It's a good time then, this, isn't it, for me? Where are we? We're midday where I am. Just about. Punching. What about it? Punch X destructibles to gain ducats. Okay. X. Oh yeah, there's me ducat. Mr. Bayram, sir, as I live and breathe. Rupert the Bear? No, he wasn't called Rupert. He was called Humphrey, I'm sure of it. And to be fair, I would have thought Byron it's way before Byron's time. And I remember talking to somebody once about the show, and they said, oh, yeah, it was actually around for quite a long time, but I would have thought it probably disappeared some time ago. Humphrey the Bear. I'm sure he was called Humphrey. Huge dude. Rupert the Bear. There you go, good old Rupert. I think the origins of Rupert the Bear, I forget the author now, was sort of 1930s UK, England. How are you keeping, Paul? It was nice to catch up last night, my friend. Our little chatette about our other little friend. Oh dear, we all know who we're talking about here. Seb certainly knows who I'm talking about. And he came at me and got his fingers burned. You don't do that with me. I think he was well and truly roasted. You have a PS5 on order, snagged a Black Friday day. I thought you had a PS5, Seb. I know you were used to do the PlayStation channel thing, didn't you? Or the show, sorry. What are these guys telling me? We're still in the training session here. Grand Slam, A plus B. On buttons to activate mushrooms. Oh, A and B together. So what do? Jump up and then... Oh yeah, look at that. Do you know what? This is actually quite a nicely implemented little game, this. Now what do we got to do? Punch these dudes? No, he's saying talk to me. Talk to me, don't punch me. We got a Kopedia thing. How do we get to that then? Oh, here we go. Levels, Hopaloo Island and Walt's Dojo. So you can go back to your various places. And there's the collectibles. So we have sort of gems. I'm not that sure what that is. Some kind of a stone thing. And then, although I have caught none of them. Oh, we sold it a while ago for financial reasons. Yep, there's nothing better than a financial reason. And I was mostly playing GFN. But now I miss my PS5. Yeah, I love my little collection of gaming hardware, to be honest with you. And having the X5 with the X, with the Series X, and GeForce Now, and a PC, which all sounds really kind of, oh yes, I have it all, I have every single thing you could possibly want. Humphrey B. Bear, thank you, Byron. That was the fella. I said Humphrey Bear, didn't I? It was the B bit that I missed out. Please tell me he still has a show, along with Bananas in Pyjamas, which my kids loved. Okay, so here's the treasures and stuff that we've uncovered. There's actually a fair amount to this game, And then, so there's the overview of our entire game so far. 5, that's our level, I guess. 3 hearts, which is your life. 0%, probably the game itself, because we're still in training mode. We have 174 ducats, none of those carved rock things. 1, whatever that is, document or a map or certificate or whatever. We found 1 chest, and the rest we've not found. We've got an unknown level to find, and then in the Kopedia, that's what it's called, we can read up on the characters. Crab, it's nicely designed. Oh, that's your friends, that's your allies, and then you can flick over to your enemies and have a little look at those. So, treasures, there you go. Ducats, KO letters. We've got to find the letters, 3 letters. Probably, we found a K. Scrolls, these give you new facts for the Kopedia, so nothing amazing. KO lives. And what else we found here? That's it so far. Okay, let's get back to the game. Look over there, it's Humphrey Bear. He has the best friends everywhere. I can't remember the music. Children sing animals too. He loves them all, especially you. Good old Humphrey Bear. I made that up. But it kind of worked. What's up, Diddy Dave? How are you, my friend? You're not Diddy anyway. You're actually quite... You look quite tall. I think you're about similar height to me, aren't you, buddy? But Diddy and Dave's just a cute thing, isn't it? How are you, my friend? How is Bear? I hope you're enjoying your Xbox. We were just talking about hardware. I tell you what's really nice as well is since the demise of Stadia, which isn't nice, but since the demise of Stadia, which has kind of unlocked for me and others the ability to not feel pressured to cover that content alone. I love the fact that we can have a chat about things like how you're getting on with your... Now, what was this one? Y and X. It's difficult to press 2 buttons at the same time. Let's jump up, and get down. What did he say? Tail attack. Use A plus X to hit objects that are higher than you. Right, okay. So we go back here and we press Y and X. It's not happening. Y, X, X, Y. I mean, I'm kind of punching with the X, which you're supposed to. So do you hold X and then press Y? No, let's go back and ask the crab again. Use the tail attack. A plus X, you feeble-minded simpleton. Well, that still ain't working. Try that one. Let's go back and look at it again. I'm sure it said A plus X. There it is. A plus X. We're trying these slightly higher ones. Here we go. A plus X. A, X. I'm not getting a tail. Yeah, I want my tail to work. What if I jump and... there you go. You've got to jump and do it. Right, okay. Jump. Pretty cool. So it's a spinning attack, and what you do is you jump, and then you press X at the, A, and then X. That's what it is. A to jump, followed by X. You don't press them both at the same time. How are you, David, anyway? Speak to me, my lovely friend. I'm not an elephant. Dr. Jeeves, do you think I'll ever be cured? No, John. I'm sorry. You'll be permanently the Elephant Man, but you will make millions from the movie. There you go, that worked. Awesome, wheeze through the door. Wheeze through the door and get to the dojo. So do I just jump across? What happens if I go in the water? I swim. Okay. Oh, it's to get up there, look, and get those dockets. Brilliant. Which part was brilliant? The Elephant Man impression. Oh, yes, I can quote you from movies. Actually, it's one of my favourite movies of all time. I love it. Produced by, of course, the hilarious Mel Brooks of Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. Who would have thought, who would have thunk that Mel Brooks, famous for the fart scene around the campfire of Blazing Saddles, would come out with one of the seminal movies of all time. Directed, if I remember rightly, by David Lynch, who also, I think, well, he did some really weird stuff, didn't he? But that was a classical, fantastical movie. It is a classic, absolutely. I love it. Love it. And of course, the music, which is Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings in C minor or major, was also used in Platoon. Stop it! Oh, I made it. Which is also a fantastic movie. So, X. Get the ducats and... Can you run? I don't think you can speed run. Oh, this is going to be hard. Do it! Do it from the other side. There you go, buddy. Gotta go. See you later. Take care, Seb. Have a fantastic Sunday, my friend. And, actually, I'm just trying to remember who was... You were 8:05, yep. So you're fresh to the day. And Byron was coming up to the end of his. He was within 45 minutes of the end of what I'm assuming is a Saturday, Byron. I'm surely not a Friday. You're not that far behind, are you? Grab these and then do what with them? And fire them. There's actually a fair amount to this game. I mean, I'm useless at multitasking, so talking and playing is... it's not an easy thing. But yeah, there's ducats all over the place. But it's actually pretty good fun. Let's kick them. Can you kick it? Yes, you can. Take care, buddy. So what you got planned today then, David? You got taking the little bear out for a wander of the neighbourhood? Interesting, I saw, and fun enough, I had the same thought as you, by the way, with the poor little fella that died essentially from living in incredibly... What's the koala doing up there? What do you want? Mould-infested accommodation. I thought of you instantly as well. Very much my first thought. But I did see today that, I think it's Michael Gove had said, that they're bringing out new measures to make sure that landlords cannot allow their properties to run into that level of disrepair if they're providing accommodation. Now, what does that mean for you? Probably not a lot in the short term, mate, because this stuff has to go through Parliament and then gets ratified, as you know, in the House of Lords, so it can take a year or more. However, I do think what you have right now, if you haven't already followed this up, is a huge amount of leverage to go after your housing association. I hope I'm not giving away too much here privately. Get that sorted, because you could just threaten to go to the press. Oh, they'd love that. The press. Yeah, just say, my friend Adam, aka Rokk. He runs... actually, I did, to be fair, I did start life in the press. I used to work for a magazine company, publisher. And I also had a share in a national digital newspaper network called the Daily Group, which still goes, although not I'm not involved with it anymore. But yeah, you should do all that. Well, the thing is, Rokk, says David, there was an act passed in 2018 that already dictates they have 2 weeks to resolve rotten mould due to health issues. Hasn't made them move a muscle. Yeah, but now you've got all this stuff going on, and that's interesting, by the way, and I'm not surprised either. But now you've got all this stuff going on, I think you should go to Hopaloo Island. Threaten to go to the newspaper and lay it on thick, mate. Lay it on thick. Go for it big time. Lay it on big time, brother. Oh, God, my arm's hurting me. What's this? Level cleared. What do we get? We've got a K. We've got pretty much not a lot else. But now we know how to play. So it's all right. It's probably less peril for more seasoned gamers. But we started by boxing things, so I can only assume that at some point we'll be boxing more things.
With these on, I'm good to go, right? I can punch anything with them?
You're not wrong. They've been dodging my calls for the past month. Oh, just noticed.
They're the only thing
Just noticed, my
I
friend.
want to wear them.
But, doesn't matter. It don't matter. Let's get back to the game.
Really? You play the sad card?
Since the day that kid articles all over the news, I've had calls off them every day. There you go. Well, that's a step in the right direction, but it, as I'm sure it does, angers you. It angers me that it takes the death of some poor kid to frighten these idiots into action.
The terror? Sure thing. No problem. You wear dark for us? 'Cause here I come.
That's the spirit.
Just bear with me 1 second while I rectify something here. Okay. Strange crystals have been appearing on the island, says Walt. And there's one. Let's call them runes. Ah, perfect name. Wish I'd come up with it myself. I believe runes are connected to the crystal gates showed up a while ago, says Walt. I should be doing a koala voice. No, a koala would sound like he's got indigestion. Because you know what, eating eucalyptus leaves all day has got to give you a rot. I can't collect them. I can't collect them. You try. You try. Got to get the intonation correct. I can't collect them. You try. Gloves might help. Maybe you could open the crystal gates with them. There, okay, we give that a go. Righto, Walt. Let's punch him just because, you know, he's got a face that says punch me. I don't know why I'm punching these, because it's not rewarding me with anything. Maybe it's training. Oh, we are in the dojo, of course, so yeah, that would make sense. There we go, some ducats out of that fella. Yeah. Yo, Adrian. Yo, Adria. I don't know, I do a Rocky voice. My own, I guess. Boom! Look at that. Oh, there's a thing, a Keodopedia. You know, when it comes to copyright strikes, which of course we weren't talking about, let's see if I got there. Here we go. There should be something that a streamer can contract with, right? I'm just thinking this out as we're going, because I'm just thinking to myself, it's got nice music, but I'm bound to get stuffed for having it on audio. And I think if you're streaming a game, let's think about this. If you're streaming a game And what would be the conditions of this? If you're streaming a game, you're obviously promoting the game, right? And there's no evidence to suggest that if somebody watched an entire playthrough of a game, and most people don't anyway, do they? Most people don't stream an entire game anyway. It's got to help, surely, with sales of said game, right? Yay, I got my rune. There's a rune in the room. And so there should be a contract. There should be something that says if you are, for example, monetized, so you're a partner, YouTube partner, and you've shown, you've categorized your stream as gaming, and you've got the name of the game in the category, right? And there's a level of additional value. So, for example, me talking or my camera in the stream is added value. So it's additional to the original content, original IP. So there should be a category that says, no, I'm streaming the game. It's a promotion. And then it should be down to content owners, IP owners of a specific game to then add whether they want you to be able to stream it or not. Strange crystals. So in other words, rather than a blanket, Warner Brothers have defined that this game uses audio from their game and therefore you're stuffed. It should be the opposite. It should be everybody should be fine, and then you have to opt in as an IP guy. Now they do have, to be fair to them, some studios, particularly the independent ones, will be using, these guys from the Dark Forest are real troublemakers. Be careful out there, Kao. They'll be using third-party music, and they probably only have a limited license. It wouldn't necessarily extend to a further third party who is essentially making money from streaming it, which is what we're doing. I mean, this is why we get a copyright strike. Because the problem isn't so much you streaming, it's the fact that you technically are getting a share of any ad revenue and therefore using it for commercial purposes. But I'm sure, with a bit of a head scratch, they could work that out. So I'll come back to my chat. Dave, I was waiting for a text. It didn't come in, so I can go back and read it again. So David says, yeah, I've thought about this a few times. I understand in the early days it was an easy way to pirate music. Yeah, good point. But now when everyone's tunes are streamed, not bought outright, it's basically just promotional. Yeah, I agree. And a lot of music artists are quite happy. In fact, most of them are quite happy for you to cover their stuff because it's no different to listening to a song on the radio, right? The problem isn't the artist, it's the publishers and the agents that want their cut because they don't give a stuff about the artistic aspect. They're simply in it for their 10%. So they feel they're missing out, but it is arcane and it does need a relook. Don't know how he says I've got to go through here. I haven't died yet though, which is good. So do we have to collect more runes? Yeah. So yeah, this is me not thinking. Runes needed 3, and I think we have 1. So that's a point. So right now we're in the dojo or Halapaloo, or whatever it's called, and it's essentially a safe place. And we've got to go around and collect all the stuff. It's a polished game. I like it. I really do. Shopkeeper, we could buy stuff. Hi, Kao. Welcome to my humble shop. What are you looking for? Well, I don't know. Let's have a look and see what you got for sale, my friend. Perhaps you're more interested in some new clothes. Yeah, I'm always up for some clothes. You can use the ducats you've collected in your adventures to buy items in my shop. Righto. Righto, mate. Let's have a little look here. We've got this stuff. I can just kick it about a bit. What does that give me? I don't want to pay for it. That one is hearts. Life increases your amount of hearts that you can carry. I'm guessing here. How many ducats have I got? Let's have a look. 400. So I can't be doing that one anyway. What would that be? An extra life? Okay, so that probably gives you an extra life. That probably extends your life bar, your health bar. That we'll have for free, and that's clothing. Let's have a look. So, naked, or we could put a little shirt on him, or some specs, some sunglasses. Oh, look! Elvis Aru is in the building. Why has it got... Oh, it's one of... That's a bit of a bug there, look. It extends beyond his ears. Oh, no. For a minute, I thought it was one of those Japanese hats, and I realised it. No, it's not a good thing. Hats and a little bit of a topper. These are all his headgear. And then we can't see the rest, because they're all hidden away till you've uncovered them, the amount of ducats that you need. So that's his little hair. That's very cute. All right, so come out of there. Paul says, I wish it was polished when it came out. I wish it was polished when it came out. 3 times it deleted my saves on PS5. Oh, really? So I ended up selling it for what I paid for it. We'll grab it on Steam if it's fixed. Tell me more, Paul. I thought it was a new game. Well, I saw that it had a predecessor, which I think was like 10 years ago. I do very minor research when I stream a game. Oh dear. You don't come and watch me for that stuff, do you? Surely. Ta-da! We can't go through there without our... That's Terror's lair. So each of these little enemies has their own lair then. Hit me now. What's he got on his bed? Oh, it's a patch. Just a patch. 37% skipped frames. Well, that's rubbish. Guys, what's the stream look like to you? Does it look okay? Is it looking okay? I've got all sorts going on here. It's a bit of a trial. I'm trying a way to stream a live game, a local game, at a high resolution on YouTube whilst still streaming it out to Twitch and Facebook at 1080p, which is their preferred outputs. But it says on OBS that I've got nearly 40% drop frames, which would mean that this would be quite skitty to look at. I don't think that's what you guys are seeing, are you? Steam looks crispy, bright, vibrant, pretty smooth. Haven't noticed any frame drops. Thanks, David. That's what I thought. I'm just going to put it down to OBS being overly picky. But I agree. I had this the other day. I trial streamed last night. To be honest, I was going to go live with it, but I was so tired. Still getting over this freaking zinc poisoning. So I decided against it in the end. I just used it for test purposes. But it was telling me that I had masses of skip frames, and I went back and had a quick look, and it looked fine to me. Paul's seen no issues either. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that, my friend. Actually, it's a good show as well. Just thought to myself, if anybody has been saying hello to me on Twitch, I've not been seeing it because there we go. I've moved the chat down now, so if there's any Twitch ones come in, I don't tend to get a huge amount of views on Twitch, although I've actually very quietly and secretly been building my following base over there. So it's now up to nearly 600 followers, I think, which the last I looked, it was 170. So when I looked yesterday, I was like, oh, hello. And that's largely because the old giveaways insist on a follow on Twitch. It's amazing. But I have also noticed a lot of new people. Oh, look, there's a boat. Can I go for a ride? Can I go for a drive in my boat? Actually watching. So for those people that have said, oh, yeah, this giveaways just buying subs. Well, I've noticed a whole ton of... The views have been really good, and I've noticed a ton of new folk coming into YouTube as well as Twitch. So they can say all they want, but it's fundamentally been working for its intended purpose. And of course there are people out there that buy other people's channels, which to me is no different to buying subscribers. Lee, my good friend, how are you, buddy? Hope you're well, my friend. Happy Sunday to you. Oh, so okay, so it was on Twitch, thank you. I wondered where the frame drop was. That's Melon for you. At least it's going out there. It's weird though. It's I've actually got Melon up here. Let's have a look. Let's put it on Melon. Oh yeah, it looks awful. I can see your point. Eek. Yeah, it's horrible, mate, isn't it? Melon is I'm using NDI. We could get technical here. I'm using NDI to stream to Melon, and it may work better with virtual camera, to be fair, but there was an audio issue, so I had to give up on that. But at least I'm technically fulfilling my contractual obligation to try and get my channel out to as many platforms as possible. But I will fix that. I will fix it. In fact, I'll probably stop it. How long have I been streaming? Yeah, it's awful, mate, isn't it? 43 minutes. In 2 minutes, I can stop streaming on Twitch. I'm obligated to stream this game for 45 minutes. Otherwise, apparently, I get blacklisted. They won't give me any more games. Oh, I'm telling you how it is. So in 2 minutes, I'll stop the Twitch. Thanks for popping over here, though. I really appreciate that, my friend. I will do some private tests using virtual camera later. There's got to be a way to make this work. I'm putting it all down to Melon. I did try it on Prism yesterday, and I got the same effect. However, the bizarre thing is that, according to Task Manager, I'm not using anywhere near full resources, so it's got to be more to do with... I wonder if that will help. Just had a quick thought. Hang on a second. Turning. No, it's not on anyway. Okay. I thought I may have had some resources being throttled in my browser, but I don't. Hey Adam, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to Sunday. It's been good. Do you know what was one of my highlights of this stream was, and I'm not sure that he's here anymore, but it's Kao the Kangaroo. Clearly he is Australian. Although when he talks in the game, he's actually American. Your sister will be so grounded when she's back. I do hope she'll be back soon. And they've given him an American accent. But what was great was I was there doing my Australian accent for what it's worth. And to be fair, it's been unrehearsed for about 52 years. No, how old was I? 49 years. And it turned out that in my stream was an actual Australian who was watching in Australia. I was blown away. Fantastic. What a reach. All right, dude. Just fishing for fishies. For the Barbie. So what we've got to do here is pick up some things. You're right though, Lee. I'm seeing it. It's Melon that's just not processing it fast enough. Right, we've been streaming for 46 minutes. It means I can now stop Twitch. I don't know what it's like on Facebook either. It looks fine on YouTube anyway, which is good news. So if I reload, I'm going to refresh the screen for Melon and see if it helps. No, it's rubbish, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. Oh, wow. What I could do, though, actually, that's a good shout. So if I start the virtual camera and let's see, and I change the camera video settings from NDI to OBS. This is a bit of a live, sorry about this guys, it is a bit of a live test. There you go, that's now working. Okay, so I know that the answer is not to use NDI. It's annoying, the NDI audio was brilliant. As long as YouTube stays looking good, I don't particularly care. Yeah, it genuinely is amazing, really. I mean, there's not one single stream that I do that I don't have people from multiple countries. I know it's the same for you. It's a good little game, Adam, I have to be honest with you. I'm, as is Lee, it should look really good on Twitch now, my friend. I'm really glad you popped in because that has helped me tremendously to establish I'm just trying to find chat, there we go. To establish an issue which has now been fixed. Yeah, it's a great little game. So it's a code that I picked up from the publishers. It's called Kao The Kangaroo, and Paul was telling me earlier, but I don't know that let me just quickly go back up. No, it came out around May, the same week as Sniper Elite. This year. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it is a 2022 game. Thank you, buddy. So it's on multiple platforms. I happen to have it here on Steam, and I am bish bash boshing it out at 1440. Hello. I'm doing my usual thing of not really focusing on the game as I'm talking, but what we have to do is go around our little hullabaloo area here. We need to pick up 3 runes. Oh, we've got 4. We have enough then. Yes, let's go. I don't know, when did we suddenly find the others? Right, let's go here and see about... Oh, how many dockets have I got? 543, so let's stock up as well. We find the shop. Is there a map on this? No map. Okay. We've got to find the shop, and once found, we can buy some additional health. Yeah, Brazil's a good one actually, Lee, isn't it? I agree. I see. But Philippines, Turkey. I get a lot of good friends in Europe popping in. Right. That's. I think that's. I don't know what it is. I just purchased whatever it was. Dag nabbit. Anyway, I got some of them. What was that then? What does the old Kopedia say? KO lives. Yeah, it was a life. So, okay. So, 3 hearts then must indicate health. Oh, I don't know. Let's go up to the top. Goat Simulator 3. Is it good fun? I have played... I had a look at one of them. It was probably 1. And I thought it was so bizarre. Just this goat flying around and sticking his tongue out and grabbing stuff. But it has a huge cult following, doesn't it, the goat? Right, let's do it. Let's go in. Ta-da! Right, the Dark Forest. Oh, look at that. We got like a timer. 2 runes. I've got to find 2 runes. Bunch of dockets. All of those letters, some jewels, and 12 jewels, and a couple of Kopedia thingy bobs. Let's do it. Let's get ourselves into the Dark Forest. Great to see so many of you turning up as well. Thank you so much. It was a bit of an impromptu, although I did give myself a 30-minute schedule. As always, leave a like. And of course, if you're new, subscribe. Great to see you. It's cold, so I'm wearing this Clarkson jumper.
Where's the rest of you?
Work in progress. Old and mystical method. Spirit walking.
Awesome! Maybe I can learn that one day.
Maybe. But now, focus. Find the terror. If you need me, I'm here.
When you need me, I'll be there. Was that Nanny McPhee? Emma Thompson. She wrote it as well, didn't she? I think. Or did she? She definitely wrote. She has written kids' books. I think she wrote Nanny McPhee. Emma Thompson. She used to be married to Kenneth Branagh. Is that his name? The film director. Who recently did Belfast. I don't believe they are an item anymore. No, she's married to some guy that was on last year on that dancing show. I thought it was a bit of a Always turn up for a rock live stream when I see one. Oh, bless you, my friend. Well, you know you're in for a chill time, don't you? That's the key thing. Which, get out of the way. It's going to blow. It's going to blow. I know some folks, you want to go and watch some guys for their bombastic nature, their screams and their fun cries of glee, but more of a chilled gaming session with me. Careful here, Beth. You don't want to go in that man trap or roo trap as it works. Okay, double jump. Another one over there. So can we get? How do we? Okay, we've got to go up and then jump down, but at the same time, somehow. Whoa! Managed to. Actually, these little games where you run around collecting stuff, I find them so much fun. I've been offline. I've been playing Gotham Knights. Did I come this way? I forget. And what did he just tell me? Tail attack. Yeah. Which I know when it first came out a couple of weeks ago had a fair chunk of criticism. And some people were saying, oh, it looks nothing like the moodiness of the previous Black Knight, Dark Knight series. Is it Dark Knight? The Dark Knight games? And having now sort of started to play it, what are you, an enemy? Jump, jump, and tail. There he goes. I've realised why, because it's not part of that series, and actually to compare them is wrong. It's not a good thing to do. If anything, it's closer, I think, to Marvel's Spider-Man that came out before Miles Morales on PlayStation. Very, very similar, I think, graphically, the way it works, the whole thing, which I really enjoyed. And I am enjoying it. I'm loving it, in fact. Early days, I've only been playing it for a few hours, but it's definitely going to take me up to Christmas, I reckon, or next couple of weeks at least, which isn't quite Christmas, but then I will Ragnarok through Christmas. That'll be my Christmas game. Do you have a Christmas game? Do you have a game that you kind of dedicate to the holidays? I do. For me, let me see, what have I had previously? So 2019 going into 2020, I was off work with pneumonia. I, to this day, maintain that I had COVID, and I was quite poorly for some time. My wife insists it was too early, but more recently they've actually established that COVID was around a few months earlier than we originally had thought. So I was diagnosed by my doctor as pneumonia, but of course at that point COVID wasn't a thing. So anyway, Death Stranding was what got me through that season. I adored that game. Other times I've played Mad Max over Christmas. I just like a game that... did I do Red Dead Redemption 2 over Christmas? I can't remember now. I just love a game that kind of sucks you in a nice way, for the Christmas hols. Hey, No Time Pete. Thank you so much, brother. Picked up this game on GTA. Wow. You're a good guy. Oh, bless you, my friend. I really appreciate that as well. It's very, very kind of you. £1.22 on GTA. This, it's actually quite fun, isn't it? I've got to be honest with you. It's not intended for people of my senior years, but I am actually really enjoying it. It's kind of switched generation. Of course, originally came out in its original form about 10 years ago, I think. And then it's remastered and republished this year. I Trying to be a good guy, Pete. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for that. The world's too full of idiots and crazies right now. That's a term I don't even like using either, because at the end of the day, there's nothing about mental illness that should receive anything other than care and pity. And I think most of us, to a degree, will have some form of mental issues through our lives, even if it's low-level stress. Yeah, looking after ourselves mentally is as important as going down the gym to look after ourselves physically, says the boy who hardly ever gets off his bum in the week. Oh, I've got so bad. Oh, look, there's a free one of those. Ta-da! Content unlocked. Okay, so let's have a look at the content that we've unlocked in Kaopedia. Let's have a look. Treasures, heart piece. A heart piece is a fragment of a red heart which represents Kao's health. 4 heart pieces complete 1 heart. Look for them in levels, collect them and form full hearts when Kao's health is low. That's cool. So, Pete, just tell me, GTA, you said G2A, sorry, G2A, yes. That's a freaking bargain, man, £1.22, wowza. Definitely. Was that for the stream version? The Steam version, sorry. I mean, I got the code, in fairness, I cannot lie. Whoa, hang on a second, that's all my lives gone. I don't want to die. Let's go back. Can't pick that one up. My problem when there aren't any maps is knowing which direction I've been in and which direction I need to proceed. I know what I didn't do. I have been this way. What I didn't do was roll under here. Steam at £1.22. Oh, that's a bargain. I mean, it's definitely worth that. Wowza. Oh, no. Oh, that's a... Oh, look, there's a chest. Dun, 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 dun. Got some dockets. Oh, yeah. I wonder what's under here. Hang on. No, get out. Too late. Another one gone. Flip and flip. The goat sim. When is it not out already? Or are you? Is it coming to Game Pass? Rouster, I do the gym because it helps me to sleep. Yeah, we've mentioned this before, didn't we, mate? Plus, I don't want to be like so many old people I see. Yeah, no, I know. I did the diet thing and I did lose. I can't do the conversion. 14, 28, 34 pounds. That was about 3 stone. And I did promise myself. I looked at myself and I promised myself that I would go to exercise more after. But then winter crept in and I can't be bothered to get out of my cozy house. Frogster! Frogster. Is it coming to Game Pass then? Goat Sim 3 or 2, whatever it is. Oh yeah. I was wondering when we get to battle some baddies. Boom.
You did well.
Why, thank you. Twitch is still going. I'm so pleased. I've fixed it. NDI is CAC. I'm not using it again. The way forward is the virtual camera.
These gloves really helped me give those frogsters a smacking. I don't see what the...
Work at a hospital, assisted living place, and I see dozens of wheelchairs. Wow. Is that, Rouster, is that what we call a hospice in the UK? Or do you have those as well?
Hey, what is that thing?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, though. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. As people get older, it's so easy. My mum, hopefully she's not watching. She spends her entire day in a chair. She gets up, cooks meals, and she refuses to leave the house. She has a little hobby, which is quite cute. She makes cards, gift cards, and sells them to people on eBay for like next to nothing. I mean, it's like she sells them. She spends hours putting them together, and then she sells them for like £5, which is like £3 of postage. But she just loves doing it, bless her.
I am the eternal gloves, and what you see before you.
But Yeah, I'm sure she's got a bit of agoraphobia, fear of going outside. She refuses to drive anywhere these days and stuff. But I have a fear that I go the same way. So, but I'm reasonably fit. I've been checked up recently and the doctor was quite happy. But I do need to build some strength in the muscle groups. It's good to go to the gym. And anyway, it helps your self-esteem as well, doesn't it? I mean, who doesn't want to look buff? Even the vampire slayers. It's almost a joke. I'll keep it to myself. Oh, there's some things. Oh, some ducats. That's no wonder why these... Oh, flip and flip. Can I get out before I die? So they appear to disappear. That starts a timer, does it? Yep. And then you've got to... Ah, okay, they disappear when the timer ends. See, if I was focusing, I would know. And then that sends this one off, which... And then there was another one up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh. I don't see the timer, though, when it's... No idea. So kick that one off. There it goes. Probably lasts about a minute by the look. And then... Was there another one above that one? No. Okay. And then smash that one. Now we're into this bubble. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's grab the dockets up the top. Where are they? There we go. Oh, nice. 171. And then we're through. Yes, I think that was all we need to do on that one.
You know, taking a stroll in the eternal world, having a nice talk with the gloves. The eternal gloves!
Paul has insomnia, and this week it's been really bad. Oh.
Your dad did not.
Yeah, mate, I'm with you on that. 2 days this week I've had 0 hours. Oh, 0 hours is not good. That's a killer. That's going to put you in a really... Put a lot of strain on your heart, apparently.
You are alone.
That was Thursday. So what tends to... Oh, no, I didn't punch the thing. What tends to happen for me is... I don't have a problem getting to sleep, and I listen to podcasts, which is my secret. And I don't just listen to crap either. I listen to really good informative podcasts, like political ones and historical history, that kind of thing. Tech as well. It's a good, massive lover of tech podcasts. Anyway, that usually allows me to get to sleep within about... There we go. Within about 15 minutes. But my problem is that I'm going to die. That's my problem. He's gone. I don't sleep for longer than about 3 or 4 hours. And then I struggle to get back to sleep. That's my killer. But, you know, I mean, it's different for me. I'm an older fella. I don't have to race around looking after the kids or anything. So I can catch up in the day. I can have a little snooze. And it's the blight of as you get older as well. It's not good when you're young. Adam said, well, the place I work has short-term care, long-term care, which sounds like a hospice, but assisted living is literally an apartment. Gotcha. A flat that you buy. They have nurses and provide food. Gotcha, my friend. So this is essentially for old people that are that need a level of care. I say older, senior citizens that need a little level of care. Gotcha. Quick, come back. It's going to run out in a second. Oh, no. Oh, managed it. Grab it. I don't know what this is, like his little boomerang. I'm not sure what he does with it. What do I have to fire it at? There was one just now, and I kind of missed that one as well. What does it... Oh, there you go. Aha. So that starts them if you need to go back. Nice. What's that? It's a bloater fish. It's going to take us out. Somehow we've got to jump. I don't think we can go up here, can we? No. So we got to... I didn't... we're going to have to jump on there, and then... Oh no, flip. Flippity flip. I think a lot of people have sleep issues nowadays, says David, but I also think a lot of them are probably solved in much simpler ways than most of us are willing to try, myself included. Yeah, no, you're his lifestyle, I agree, my friend. Yes, it worked. I was hoping that would do the job. I'm my own worst enemy. I know that if I was to go to bed and just try and sleep, it wouldn't take me that long. But to be fair, 15 minutes is not that long. But what I do tend to do, which doesn't work, is then leave the headphones in. And with the headphones in, I wake up about 3 hours in, and I'm some guy. Do you ever do that? Do you ever listen to music or something, or maybe you leave the TV on, and then you wake up and it's on, and you go back to sleep, and then you dream, and it's whatever you just experience, whether it was an audio or a video thing, is in your dream. I actually love my dreams. I don't mind if they're good or bad. I just love them. They're like going to the movies. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Woohoo! Is that like a trampoline? Yes, it is! Oh, look at that. And we got the A, which means if they're in order, we've missed a K. Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, flip. Oh. Right. 22 minutes ago, I got a message to say that the roast dinner was ready. Oops. Right, I better go and grab my dinner. Let me see. Oh, it's a spid. Funniest thing ever, but not even slightly funny. So, we have I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they have all those huge spiders and stuff. And I used to be like a real arachnophobic, right? But ever since watching that, I've kind of not been so. And I came into the garage office studio yesterday, and there was a huge spider, and I mean massive, on my little blankie that I have here to keep me warm. And I just gently disposed of him out the room. And I thought, oh, isn't that funny? A few years ago, I would have stood all over him. He wouldn't have stood a chance. Right, guys, although we haven't completed this level, I don't fancy cold roast potatoes, so I'm going to go and have some lunch. Thank you ever so much for, let me see, let's go back, let's get out of here. There we go. Thank you, guys, for popping in, enjoying and spending some time with me. Really appreciate that. I say enjoying, I mean, you may not have enjoyed it, but I certainly did. I tried to get these little things on the go. These little game things on the go fairly frequently, but weekends mainly. If I do any in the week, they tend to be pre-records. But I quite enjoyed that. So there's a link actually. If you wanna go and grab this on Steam, there's a link in description. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get a penny for it. I'm just helping the developers out by promoting the game. And it's kicking around in other places at a very, very cheap price. I've been informed in the chat. So definitely one to have a look at. And as Paul said, Mr. Bayram plays. It's available on other platforms, not just Steam. So check it out in your local stores if you are a console player. I will be back, not today I don't think, but certainly, where are we, Monday, tomorrow. I'll be back with Rock Around the Clock as always. And it's going to be an interesting week. An interesting week as we head towards the end of the month, because that's oftentimes when we get interesting news. So we'll watch out for that, won't we? Right, that's me. I'm heading out. Thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. And thank you to Tate Multimedia for the code for the game. See you later. Good day.